Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating life of WNBA star A'ja Wilson. From her stunning house to her impressive car collection, and even a peek into her early life and career. Let's get started. You guys are not gonna believe some of the stuff we dug up. Seriously, A'ja is living the dream, and we're about to give you an all-access pass. We're talking about someone who's not just winning games but winning at life, period. So, buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Think massive houses, flashy cars, and a net worth that will make your jaw drop. Let's go. Alright, first up you guys, we have to talk about A'ja Wilson's house because, oh my god, it's absolutely insane. We're talking dream home status for real. Located in a super exclusive neighborhood, probably somewhere sunny and amazing like Vegas where she plays, this place is pure luxury. From the moment you see the outside, you just know it's something special. Think modern architecture, huge windows, and probably a driveway that could fit like 10 cars. I'm already jealous, and we haven't even stepped inside yet. This is the kind of place you see in movies, you know? So let's imagine walking through the front door. Boom! Double height ceilings, probably a crazy chandelier, and just this massive open space that screams I've made it. I bet the living room is insane, huge comfy sofas, a massive TV for watching game film, or maybe just Netflix, who knows, and probably some incredible art on the walls. Knowing A'ja's style, it's gotta be chic, but also super welcoming. And the kitchen. Oh man, the kitchen in a house like this is always a centerpiece. I'm picturing like top-of-the-line everything. Stainless steel appliances that cost more than my first car, a giant island in the middle where she can host team dinners or just make a quick snack, maybe even one of those fancy fridges with the screen on it. You know she's gotta have good taste, so I bet the countertops are marble or granite, something super sleek. It's probably where all the best parties happen for sure. Then, let's talk about the master suite. This isn't just a bedroom, guys, it's a freaking sanctuary, probably bigger than my entire apartment. A giant king-sized bed, of course, maybe a private balcony with a crazy view. And the closet. Oh, the closet has to be a walk-in situation, probably room-sized, filled with all the freshest sneakers and designer gear. Alright, next up, let's talk about what A'ja Wilson is parking in that massive driveway we just imagined. Her car collection. If her house is anything to go by, you know her garage is going to be absolutely stacked with some serious heat. Athletes and cool cars, it's a classic combo, and A'ja is definitely not an exception. I bet she's got a mix of speed, luxury, and maybe even something practical for everyday driving. But, knowing her, even the practical car is probably pretty awesome. First off, you gotta assume there's a high-performance sports car in the mix. Something sleek, something fast, something that turns heads wherever it goes, maybe a Porsche 911, or a crazy Mercedes-AMG GT. Imagine her pulling up to practice in one of those. The sound alone would be intimidating. These are the kinds of cars that are just pure fun to drive. And when you're a WNBA superstar, you deserve to have some fun on the road. Plus, it just looks cool, let's be real. Then, for that touch of ultimate luxury, I'm picturing a high-end sedan or a luxury SUV. Something like a Range Rover, which is super popular with athletes for a reason. It's big, it's comfortable, it's got all the latest tech, and it just exudes class. Or maybe a Bentley Bentayga, or a Rolls-Royce Cullinan if she's feeling extra fancy. These are the cars you get chauffeured in, or that you drive when you want to feel like a total boss. The interior on those things is like a private jet. And you know A'ja, she's got that South Carolina charm, but also that Vegas flash. Okay, so we've seen the insane house, we've drooled over the potential car collection, but now let's get into some of A'ja Wilson's most prized possessions. We're talking about the stuff that's not just expensive, and for a champion like A'ja, you know there's gonna be some serious bling involved. First and foremost, championship rings. Those things are iconic. Then there are the MVP awards. A'ja's a two-time WNBA MVP, and a Finals MVP. Those are definitely some of her most valuable possessions, both in terms of prestige and probably actual material value too. Alright, you guys, this is the chapter everyone's been waiting for. We've seen the lifestyle, the house, the cars, the bling. So, the big question is, how much is A'ja Wilson actually worth? What's her net worth? Now, exact numbers are always a bit tricky to nail down. It's not like she's sending us her bank statements, unfortunately. But we can definitely make some educated guesses based on her salary, endorsements, and other ventures. And let me tell you, it's impressive. First up, her WNBA salary. Aja is one of the top players in the league, an MVP, a champion. So, you know she's earning the maximum possible salary under the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement. While WNBA salaries aren't quite at NBA levels yet, something Aja herself has been vocal about, being a max player still means a very healthy income from her on-court performance. This forms the solid base of her earnings, the reward for being elite at her craft. But here's where it gets really interesting, endorsements. This is where stars like Aja can make serious bank. She's charismatic, she's successful, she's a role model, brands love that. She has a major deal with Nike, including her own signature shoe, the A1. That's huge. Signature shoe deals are incredibly lucrative and put her in a very exclusive club. Think about the royalties from shoe sales on top of the endorsement contract itself. That's a massive revenue stream, and it's not just Nike. Aja's journey to stardom, from SC kid to WNBA icon. Alright guys, we've talked about all the amazing things Aja has now, but let's rewind a bit. How did she get here? Let's dive into Aja Wilson's early life and her incredible journey to becoming a basketball superstar. Because every legend has an origin story, and Aja's is seriously inspiring. It all started in Hopkins, South Carolina, a small town, but it produced a giant talent. Growing up, Aja was actually diagnosed with dyslexia, which made school challenging, but instead of letting it hold her back, she used it as motivation. She's spoken openly about how dyslexia taught her resilience and different ways to learn and process information. That kind of mental toughness is something you see in her game today. It's amazing how early life challenges can shape you into the person and the player you become. Her dad, Roscoe Wilson Jr., played professional basketball in Europe, so athletics were definitely in her blood. But Aja didn't immediately gravitate towards basketball. She tried other things first. But once she did pick up a basketball, it was clear she had something special. She started honing her skills, and people started noticing. That natural talent, combined with a developing work ethic, began to set her apart. She attended Heathwood Hall Episcopal School in Columbia, South Carolina, and that's where she really started to make a name for herself on the national stage. She was a McDonald's All-American, a Parade All-American, and was rated as the #1 recruit in the nation by ESPN Hoop Girls in 2014. Everyone wanted her. Aja Wilson's dominant WNBA career, MVP championships. Drafted #1 by the Las Vegas Aces in 2018, Aja Wilson hit the ground running. She averaged over 20 points and 8 rebounds, winning Rookie of the Year. In 2020, she dominated, earning her first MVP award. By 2022, she led the Aces to a championship and won her second MVP. Who is Aja Wilson dating? Spill the tea. Alright, we've covered the career, the cash, the cribs, the cars. But what about Aja Wilson's love life? This is the part where things get a little more private. And you know, as much as we're curious, we also gotta respect her privacy. But hey, we can talk about what's publicly known or what the fans are speculating about, right? It's all in good fun. Aja is a superstar, so naturally people are interested in who she's sharing her amazing life with. Now Aja has been pretty focused on her career, and she doesn't put a ton of her personal relationship stuff out there in the public eye, which is totally understandable. When you're that famous, keeping some things to yourself is probably super important for your sanity. So, you're not going to see her posting couple pics every single day like some influencers. She keeps it pretty low-key, which honestly is pretty classy. However, for a while now, Aja has been linked with Josh Cunningham. He's also a professional basketball player, having played in the NBA G League and overseas. So they definitely share that common bond of being high-level athletes, which must be cool. They probably understand each other's schedules, the dedication it takes, and all the ups and downs of pro sports. That shared experience can be a really strong foundation for a relationship. They've been seen together at events, and there have been some cute, subtle social media interactions that fans have definitely picked up on. That's a wrap on Aja's incredible world. Alright guys, that is officially a wrap on our deep dive into Aja Wilson's absolutely insane world. From her stunning Vegas home that's probably nicer than any hotel, to that car collection that I'm so jealous of. And don't even get me started on those championship rings. The bling is blinding. We also took a look at how she built her incredible net worth, which is seriously impressive, and journeyed back to her early days in South Carolina, seeing how a young girl with big dreams became a global icon. It's been wild, right? Her career achievements are just mind-blowing. MVPs, DPOYs, back-to-back championships, Olympic gold. She's not just playing the game, she's defining it. And it was cool to get a little peek into her personal life too, seeing that she's got a great support system around her. A'ja Wilson is truly an inspiration, not just for her skills on the court, but for her hard work, her advocacy, and her awesome personality. She's the real deal, and it was so much fun sharing her story with you all today. Thanks for joining us on this journey through A'ja Wilson's life.